Hello, 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 my little ponies. Welcome back. And we've improved this little area a little bit. This is slowly becoming like a proper base, which is really weird. We've made
Okay,
a
I
dispensary.
I just have to remark, why is it that every single time that I've seen you start up the video in Minecraft, like the last three times at least, it has been not just in here, but you with the exact same shot staring at like your thing.
Consistency.
Have I just been hallucinating those other episodes?
No, it's to be consistent. I AFK in here because there's a mob farm here. So I AFK here to like keep the mobs coming in. And then I want to start playing, so I just start playing directly from here. So, since the last episode, we added in a brewery area, so we can brew in some stuff. Uh, but for brewing, we need nether wart, which, if you recall, I got like 2 at the end of the last episode, and so I made this room. While Azura and I were watching Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, I was making a nether wart farm. Oh, there's the music. I've gotten a few. Also, one of the things I needed required glistening melons, so I used my other axe to start collecting some melons. But making potions one at a time is really, really slow. I wanted to make them a little bit faster, so I did. I have 32 brewery stations in here, so I can cook 32 potions at a time, which is really useful when I need a lot of potions. You understand, certainly. So, I need to craft the Cinderous Soul Collar, which I did, and obtain a Nether Monolith Key, which I did. To activate the Nether Monolith, you need to obtain the key. The first one is Scattered Magic Citadel. Craft this to... Does this not count as the right key? So you get this from the Evening Ghost, who I fought, but also from the Golden Executor, which also drops more of this, and also drops a Divine Soul Shard, which is really interesting. Which I can use to make materials. So let's do that. Let's go... Well, let's go to the Nether, shall we? So I found this castle sitting around. And I decided to take it so I could come back later, and put a waystone so I could teleport here. So I guess... I found it! Yeah, trying to make use of the healing potion, I mean, I might as well just eat my steak. I heal about as much and it takes about as long anyway. And the potions don't stack, or else they would be more efficient. Oh, come on! Change it from they can't be dodged to they can't be blocked mid-attack. Are you serious? Alright. Alright, we gain a bit of stamina. We gain a bit of stamina. Huzzah! 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 And smite! Okay. Ow, ow, ow. If I could figure out a way to move and to customize spawners, I absolutely would just make a base with some very specific mob spawners around. But that's probably not in this mod pack. This is very much more of an exploration mod pack, not a make a solid base mod pack. And there's nothing that breaks exploration mod packs more than trying to just make a base. Remember there was one mod pack, and I don't remember exactly what it was called, like Virtue or something? This was, you know, ages ago. And there was some, like, a barrier block that you could make. So 2 logs can make this 1 block, but you could stack, like, 4 of them onto the same surface at the same time. Which is really good, so, like, if a creeper came by and exploded it, you'd only lose 1 of the 4, instead of losing the entire thing. And even just 1 is enough to count as a full block. So I had a whole base set up with this, like, 20 blocks tall, for whatever reason, with, like, a glass ceiling on top of it, nice carpet bridge out for the front door, with, like, the string underneath and stuff to keep mobs from walking in. But they also had oreberry bushes. That was my first time seeing oreberry bushes. And I believe in that mod pack, you could put a hopper underneath one, and it would actually pull the oreberries out. This plate with 8 armor? This has 13. And you might also notice that I have stuff for making a wither. Because I do. Another resident stone is marked scattered locations of Eye of Monster. Set out to retrieve it. Okay, well. Let's go to this that I had found. Not that far away. And you know what? While we're out here, if mob creeping really is set to off, then this shouldn't be a problem. But you know what? I shouldn't need many potions here. Wait, we have to perfect parry to hurt the wither? Oh my gosh, yeah, you can only hurt it by perfect parry. That is actually so cool. Okay, that's really cool. Wait, you can attach the... Wait, so 4 of them you can attach to a helmet? And you can enchant it? Well, now I need 3 more wither roses. Yeah, forget... Uh-huh. Transmutation table? I don't know what that does. I know what the beacon does. I don't have a witherite ingot. The Harbinger! Yeah, not getting that soon. Netherite pike to a dusk fire. That's not as good as what I have. That is cool, but not necessarily as good anyway. 15.6 with a 2 attack speed. It have to be at least 20 with a 1.9, so still, though. But it still need to be better. What else is an option? Do I see anything that's more than like a 20 with a 2 attack speed? 15.6, but that counts as a dagger, so that's not the same thing. If I had high frequency alloy, I can make high frequency alloy ray, which I could use to make this, which is requires a lot of steps. Wait, HF blade, HF Muramasa, and then the Muramasa makes the blade. That feels like it's going in circles. This ignores iframes. But it still needs a witherite ingot. But it ignores iframes. You can do a lot of harm to something with that. More damage but slow. More damage but even slower. Shoot wither missiles. I mean, to be fair, having just like a gun sounds really good. Unfortunately, there's no proper use for these things yet. So, who knows, maybe between episodes, again, I'll get stuff for making... Maybe between episodes I'll get the stuff and summon more withers and make a wither crown and attach it to a helmet. But for now, well, ow. So, Nether Resin Stone has marked the scattered locations of Eye of Monstrous. These are just locations of... Oh, no, that's the Eye of Monstrous, the Gate of Disaster. Okay, okay, well... I need to go this way more. That is a lot of blocks away, I notice. You know, I need to do this. Let's go home. So I forgot to enchant my elytra. Yes, I made it. I'm not allowed to enchant it. I can dye it in different colors. That's cool. I can use a mechanical fusion altar. I can craft it into Tarantula Hawk Elytra. That gives a little bit of armor. And that can be enchanted. I guess I don't really... I mean, yeah, I guess this just isn't really armor at all, so whatever. I guess it's not really armor, so I don't have to mind so much. Oh, but no, I can't make fireworks. I don't remember how to make fireworks. It's like gunpowder with something. But the recipe just doesn't exist. You bloody gas, I had to kill so many of you. Don't be silly, elytras aren't real. I have to land in order to get this ready again, and bloop. So I can either fly up or I can fly down. Flying down is faster than flying up, but flying up at least lets me go up. Oh, I'm sorry, is this a ruined portal? Oh, look, treasure. Yeah, no, everything is fine. Everything is totally fine. And there is nothing to worry about at all whatsoever. Like I said. Oh no, the fire that can't hurt me. Oh, would you look at that? Another fortress. Oh, wunderbar. Looks very fancy. That's true. That is true. Don't mind me, just coming through. You're fine. I'm still about a kilometer away from the place where I'm trying to get to, but, you know, as they say, I'm almost there. God, that's something that always bothers me. You're waiting on someone to get to your location to pick you up for something, or to, like, meet somewhere, whatever, and they're like, oh, I'm almost there, I'm on my way. I'm almost there, just, like, 2 minutes away, I'm almost there. They haven't even left the house. They're there just, you know, sitting, like, putting on their shoes, maybe, you know, turning off the television. Oh, I'm almost there. And it's like, I don't know, are people just so prone to lying that they just can't help themselves but to lie over stuff? Or do they think that, oh, well, if I tell someone I'm 2 minutes away, it'll make them happy. So when I'm not actually there in 2 minutes and I tell them, oh, just another 2 minutes or something, if I just keep telling them that I'm almost there, they'll believe me, even when I'm not actually almost there. Even if it takes me half an hour to get there, as long as I keep telling them I'm almost there, that makes them happier than me saying, oh, hey, I haven't left yet, but I'm coming. I'll be there in about half an hour. And it's like, gonna be a while. Just say that it's gonna take you a while. Don't be saying, oh yeah, we're on our way, we're almost there. Oh yeah, I'm almost there. Any second now, I'll be there. Just around the corner. If you go outside, you'll see me. Like, I'm just driving up. I'm just looking for parking outside of your house. I'm pulling up, I'm parking now. And it's like, they're still in their own house. Like, you can look out the window and see that they're not actually there. And it's like, okay, what's the ploy? I found out that you're a liar, okay? So now I can't trust anything you say from now on. And this is supposed to be beneficial? Somehow? No, for the record, I'm still not over my family showing up 12 hours late for Christmas. Why do you ask? They wanted us to wait for the family to get there so we could all have breakfast together. Hours and hours late. Remember, I'm the only kid there. Like, I was... Wait, how old was I? I was probably, I don't know, 9 or something. No, wait, I couldn't have been 9. Wait, that doesn't add up. Because if that was that, and that was that... I don't think I was in... No way I was 9. I was maybe like 12 or something at the time. Family says that they'll be there like 8 a.m. They'll be there, time for breakfast. 8 a.m. comes around, they're not here, breakfast is ready. And I'm like, hey, I'm hungry and it's Christmas morning, let's eat. Oh no, we should wait for them to get here. They said that they'll be here, so they're almost... So surely they're going to be here soon, and we can just wait for them. Eventually, my dad just grabs some food, feeds me. Oh, this is a lovely hallway. And gets some food for himself as well, because it's clear that they're not just almost there. And we couldn't call them. Like, we would... Like, if we called them, then we wouldn't get an answer. So we have no way of knowing how close or far away they were. Just that they're not here like they're supposed to be. I don't even recall if we actually even opened up, like, the regular presents that Christmas morning at all, or how long we had to wait to actually open up gifts. But they showed up at, like, 8 p.m. They showed up, like, during Christmas dinner. And they were supposed to show up for breakfast. And I have a feeling that if I hadn't been there, or my dad hadn't been there, breakfast would have still been on the table. Oh, it's not this, it's these. I don't know what I'm doing here. So anyway, Minecraft stuff. Got into a weird headspace there for a little bit, but I'm fine. Huzzah! I feel like this fella's gonna drop a lot of good stuff. Okay, wait, is this what... Wait, are those the Sculpt Twin Blades? I'm pretty sure it's using Sculpt Twin Blades, which I already have. Huzzah! Nope. You failed. I'm fine. I have Inferior. And this can be used to make all sorts of stuff. The Bloodlust, or the Bloodlust, with either a Carnivorous Ulcer Frenzy or another Itachi. If you have this... Oh, Bloodlight can be turned into the Carnivorous Ulcer Frenzy. Basically the same weapon. Yeah. Or Netherite Tachi. Will be used to make the Bloodlust. Or a Kusabamaru. 14.3 and 1.2, 15.6 and 1.2. So it is... Last shred from the receiving heart. I mean, 2 to make a Bloodlust, maybe a few more to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you can have Bloodlust and Carnivorous Steel Frenzy. And then a 6 just to make the Kusabimaru. And it drops its own key. That's good. And yeah, the Duskfire ingot that I've already farmed. The Duskfire ingot that I've already farmed to make the weapon I'm using now. And like technically this can make weapons, but those weapons aren't as good as the Annihilator. It's just a random ghast in here now. There's a lot of... Interesting. I'm going to do this. I'm still 1 away from getting the heart shield. But now... Now I can do some other stuff. Unlock Citadel vaults. Hey, excuse me, can I pray at you? Thanks. Da 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 da. More health, more stamina, and 2 new ability stones, which means I can finally get this and hope that this was actually worth it. Okay, that was saying 0 before. Shield recovery rate can be improved with protection enchantment, but how do we enchant the shield? Where is our shield points? How do we enchant? How do we put the protection enchantment on our shield? Is protection 4 the best? Or is protection... I have some protection 4 books. Traveler, you've arrived just in time. The witch has made progress researching the echoes of the ship graveyard. We must perform the ancient ritual to summon the Death Angel back. What? The angel governing death. Let him quietus. According to my information, left by the soul angel in the ship graveyard, the soul is imprisoned in the river Styx. You must perform the summoning ritual to rescue them from the Styx. Did you see soul sand in the nether? Arrange soul sand in T-shape. Place 3 wither skulls to summon them. Retrieve the eye. So now I have to summon... So now I have to summon the wither. But I did that earlier. But now I have the quest for it, so now is when it wants me to do it. Related loot Inferno. Infernal Torch 26 out of 1.3. That's base. Still though, I like having the speed. This is like the fastest two-handed weapon. This isn't necessarily bad. There's something that looks promising. That place looks so fancy. Hey buddy. Oh, can I just fight you? I don't have to jump through hoops first? Huzzah! You know it's a cool fight when one or both of the fighters just start flying. Boom! Alright, hold on a moment. Just relax. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Alright, cool. Now let's sit back. Let's relax. Let's get my cat. Alright, summon cat. Cool, cool. We should put this in here. So, monstrous horn. So we need one for this. One to make a monstrous helm. That's just like for a quest. And one for the infernal forge. So maybe we make this 20 attack damage, 1.3 speed. Versus... I don't know, I like the speed, okay? Like, if we do the math on this, baseline here is, right, 15.5 times 1.9, so that's 29.45. Versus this, which is 33.8. So this is supposedly better, but so much less speed might not be so better. But screw it, let's make one of these. What are these for? I got 23 lava power cells, and its only use is to make this monstrous helm. Alright. Another heavy warhammer, which is just a diamond heavy warhammer. And a diamond heavy warhammer just needs 3 diamonds, a hilt, and a stick. Do I really not have a heavy warhammer? Huh. Okay, whatever. 3 diamonds. Well, I mean, I did this. Let's go back home. This requires 4 diamonds? Yes. And please. Oh, that was weird. There's a cat sitting right in front of my keyboard, so... Wait, efficiency? Oh, wait. This counts as, what, a pickaxe? Incompatible with looting. Okay, screw it. A looting versus a silk touch pickaxe, maybe. I guess. Perhaps. Let's go to the nether and try this thing out. So, my next objective is to get 3 more eyes. So I'm pretty sure this is a pickaxe. So at the very least, this is a new... Oh gosh. I know, I could just change the upgrades to turn this into Silk Touch if I really wanted to. So I could either go and explore a bunch more places around again, or I could just go and fight a bunch of wither skeletons to get some extra skulls. 1, 2... I don't know, by the way, it caps at 50. How do you... How? Okay, whatever. Anyway. I think every time I see wither skeletons, I'm always going to remember the time I played in a server, and I had the idea to make a coal farm from wither skeletons, because the was it? Yeah. A YouTuber that I followed at the time, technically I'm still subscribed to, but he uploads like maybe once a week or once a month, so doesn't upload that much anymore, and it's usually about Hypixel instead of whatever. But a YouTuber that I followed at the time started up a public server. I joined in, and on his videos he had made jokes about how him and his friends wanted to make a farm made out of coal. And supposedly they were making these jokes before the coal block was introduced. So it was just a really stupid joke of, hey, use coal, the item. Use coal, the item, to make a farm, haha. Because you can't. That's the joke. But then the coal block was introduced, which gave some leverage to actually making a farm out of coal. But they still have never actually done it, because that would require so much coal. So on his server, unbeknownst to him, or at least like without telling him, I started collecting as much coal as I could from everyone who was playing. I just like, hey, because people give me coal, like I can give you, you know, redstone, lapis, diamonds, you know, like I can... And like, people just normally throw away coal, whatever. It's like, hey, like, if you want it for like burning stuff, I can give you like buckets of lava, I can give you like tons of charcoal. Like, I can give you stuff in exchange, because you can't make charcoal blocks. As far as I'm aware, you still can't. But you can make blocks of coal. So like, hey, I will take all of the coal that anyone is willing to give me. And just, you know, stacks upon stacks of it if you're willing to. And people would sometimes come by and just give me coal, like, whatever. Oh, we don't really care about it. Here's like 5 stacks. We just have it in storage. This is cluttering space. Sure, take it. And so I just take the coal, and I was building, I remember specifically a slime farm. I found a place with like 5 slime chunks all around each other, and I had an idea for a design set up to basically have one spot in the middle you could stand into like AFK for slimes. And then when the slimes appear, you could... Wait, I'm sorry, is this like too heavy or something and I can't get... I can't fly? Or is someone sitting on a button that says that I can't fly? That might be a bit more likely. I never actually finished that farm. I wound up getting bored of the server and leaving before... Because to make the coal farm, I would need so bloody much coal. Like, I had, like, maxed out Fortune. And so, and like, there are, like, weird plugins on here where you can, like... If you mine out a block, you can get, like double the loot sometimes. But specifically, if you mine out a block with Silk Touch, there's a chance that you could get 2 of the block. But then if you put down the block and then mine it, like, no. it doesn't let you double it anymore, so you can't just get infinite that way. So I'd be digging out mine blocks with Silk Touch to get a few extra coal, go up to the surface, plant them all down, hit them all with Fortune, and just get a bunch of coal. But a stack of coal is like 7 blocks, and a slime farm needs, like, especially 5 whole chunks of slime farm needs some thousands of blocks. Like, I'm sure if I kept at it, surely I would have. But eventually I was trying to make, like, a wither skeleton farm so I could make this slime farm. And then I thought, hey, what if I just make the wither skeleton farm out of coal instead? It's so much smaller. I didn't do that. I just tried to make a simpler design, but it did not work at all. And I couldn't figure out why, and eventually I just stopped. But that would have been funny, at least. Oh yeah, I made a farm out of coal. And I made a coal farm. I made a coal farm to make my coal farm. So anyway, hey, sorry, you know that I like to write, right?
Really? I've never heard about this before. Since when do you like to write? I didn't even know you could read.
Once upon a midnight jury. So I got an advertisement while scrolling through shorts earlier, and it's an interesting little device. It's approximately 1 foot across, and essentially it's a very special made laptop, I'd almost say. It has a keyboard and has like a little 6-inch screen. So, you know, 3-inch like bevel on either to the left and right of the screen. But the whole device, like, the device folds like a laptop. So the whole thing is, I think it's like 1 foot by, I think they said 6 inches tall. And the idea is, like, you charge it up, and it lasts for like 100 hours, and all it has is writing program. So you can just write on it, and you can't do anything else on it. It can't even run Doom, theoretically. And yeah, the entire idea is that you just use it for writing on, no distractions. Wherever you go, you can just carry it around with you, and you can write wherever you are. And, like, I got a cheap tablet. It can go on YouTube, it can, you know, like, stream videos. I got some stuff, like, put onto there so I can, like, you know, watch videos on it. It has Bluetooth. It has an ebook reader so I can read ebooks off of it. You know, a tablet. And I got that tablet for like $70. And I also have a Bluetooth keyboard. Nice, decently small one. I like using a small keyboard for writing. I feel like it was around like maybe $20. So I have a setup, and both parts fit in my purse just fine. It's a Bluetooth keyboard, so, you know, just connects. And I got a free writing software, so like $100, and I have my own, essentially a version of this. And, like, I feel like I could probably spend another 20 or so and try to make a case for the two things so they could be, you know, combined like a laptop, but I really don't have to. So this little computer, just a keyboard and a 6-inch screen. My tablet's like a 9-inch tall screen, or 9 inches across if I put it, you know, in landscape mode. This thing's a little 6-inch screen. How much do you think that this thing costs? It's on Kickstarter. How much? And it's for a decent discount. They keep advertising. Keep advertising the same 3 things over and over again because that's all they have. There's a discount. It's only got a writing software, and you can take it wherever you want. Apparently, it's got like a 100-hour battery life supposedly because it's only there for writing and it's not running any other programs. How much do you think they want for it?
Oh, $20?
$255 Canadian. And that's after the 90 USD discount. Wait, was it 255? Or it was either that or $355 Canadian. They wanted quite a bit of money for this thing. And personally, I don't think it's quite worth that much. Just a little, like, briefcase thing that you can carry around in your hand to go and do writing on. I would rather just, you know, bring my phone and do my writing on my phone. It's much less efficient to do writing on one's phone. But it's like... I mean, heck, if I feel like I want to go do some writing on the go, just bring the tablet, bring the keyboard, have them preset to connect it. Like, of course, it takes more than, you know, a few seconds to get it, like, set up and stuff. But if I'm already in the writing software, just, you know, turn on the tablet, turn on the keyboard, wait a few moments for them to connect, and then, boom, start writing. Heck, keep the tablet in my purse. I don't have to look at the screen when I type. Just put the screen away. Just have the keyboard out. Just... I can fix whatever errors I have later. Like I even have errors. For quite a while, actually, I used a writing program because it was free. Called Abbey Word, which, among other things, doesn't have spell check. And I would write my little short stories without spell check. More than 99% of my words were spelled properly. And it's like, yeah, sure, you only really notice the stuff that's not spelled properly. But I think that's pretty good. I hear so often that people do that it's so common to do, like, a terrible first draft of writing, and then you just go over it 1,000 times and make it a little bit better every time. I feel like my first drafts would be comparable with some people's final draft. And, like, I don't know, maybe that's just me being conceited. But I feel like that my first draft is, like, generally speaking, better than other people's first drafts. Which I only feel like because they're generally better than, you know, books that I've read. Or maybe they're only better than books that I've read because I've read books. And I know, hey, I shouldn't type that. That would be stupid. I need to get back into writing again. I need to just sit down, get some writing. Oh. Gosh, there is no good way to get these skulls in this mod pack. Like, hey, yeah, I had 3 at the start of this. I am so tempted to just cheat and give myself 3 new skulls. Because it's either that, or just run around for hours trying to find them when I just spent them on other stuff. And I know I could absolutely get more skulls here. It would just probably take a few hours. Because for whatever reason, there aren't a lot of mobs spawning here. I don't know if you've noticed. Alright. Hey, Enderman. Look at me with my just massive hammer. Whee. Yeah, why is this place so dead? Oh, there's something. Yeah, that's a good question. Where does this lead? I see no usage of this. Okay, so if I go back home, let all that stuff despawn over there. I go back to there. Oh, hey, skull! Cool. Yeah, of course, some mods will make this process easy. Like, they'll make it so you can get a beheading enchantment on your weapon to make mobs drop their heads 30% of the time. Actually, I saw one mod pack. I played one mod pack that did that, but they did it badly. Because I had my beheading weapon, I killed a wither skeleton, and it dropped, like, wither skeleton skull. But it wasn't a proper wither skeleton skull item. It was a separate item. That was, like, the wither skeleton's head. But not a wither skeleton skull that could be used to summon a wither. It was a separate item. Because I think someone had modded the beheading to, like, create item of mob head and drop. And the wither skeleton's, like, head is not the same as the wither skeleton's skull item. I also remember playing one where whenever the player died, they would drop their own head. So eventually I just had, like, just a wall of Vanillian head. Because I, you know, would keep dying. I think especially I was trying to build a farm in the nether, but this is like a skyblock sort of deal, so spawned a bunch of mobs. Remember, this is modded. These were strong mobs. And there was a lot of them. Like, every block of the platform had stuff on it. There was so much stuff. If I change my render distance to, like, really small, will that make more stuff spawn in? But go back home. How long do I have to wait? To get the stuff back. Hey! well, yeah, this is a strategy that works. I guess might as well start off the next episode with killing their next wither. However long it might take. I guess I'm on wither skeleton killing duties. So yeah, this one is all just summon a wither and kill it, which, yeah, is one of the bosses, but I've already killed it! So I guess you can sequence break. Huh. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, without even finishing chapter 1, you could find wither skeleton skulls just out in the wild. It's rare, but they do use them for decorations sometimes. So you could just find them. Find soul sand, make a wither, kill it, because all you have to do is parry it perfectly. And then, yeah, you can get nether stars, but not the good stuff. Ah! No! Eh! No! No! I'm okay.